Hey, Jasmine. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. You're tuned in to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. And this is Dear Jelly. Super excited that you're here. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're having a great weekend. And, hope that you're going to have a great week this week. So we are going to be talking, today we're talking about your significant other. They don't get along with your friends. They don't get along with your family. They don't like them. They just don't like them. What do you do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to pick between the two? Can you pick between the two? What if you cohabitate? What if you live together and the person is like, they can't come to my house. I don't like them. I don't get along with them. What do you do in that situation? Do you choose between the two? Are you able to choose between the two? What are you going to do? That's what we're talking about today on Dear Jelly. What do you do if your significant other is like, don't like him, don't like her, don't like them? What do you do? Let's talk about it. Listen, Dear Jelly on the X. How are y'all doing? Let's set up to go into Instagram. You just like Marco Polo me. That is too funny. Hey, VL. Hey, Jasmine. Hopefully, Facebook didn't knock y'all off because I had that music playing. I don't trust her. What are y'all doing in that situation? Have you ever been in a situation where you don't like people's friends and family, or they don't like your friends and family? They're like, don't do that. What do you do? Hey, Tawanda. What would y'all do if you were in that situation? You're listening to WXNLP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned in to Dear Jelly. Hey, hey, this is DJ Jelly. And today we're discussing your significant other who does not like your family or your friends. It's like, I don't do them. I don't want them. And if you live in the same house, they don't want them coming over there. What do you do? What do you do in that scenario? What do you do? Tracking back just now, if you were just listening to that music, and if you do want to listen to music and you are tuned in online, You can listen to the music on WXNAFM.org. But I mean, what would you do if your significant other lets you know that they don't like your family and they don't like your friends? They don't want them around, which is basically what I have here is somebody saying that their significant other the significant other does not want them to bring their family around, bring their friends around. They don't want them in their house. Now, let's be clear, you share a home. It's not your husband, it's not your wife, or maybe it is. What do you do in that situation? What would you do? Tracking back, just now we were listening to Magix, Magixx, Love Don't Cost a Thing, or Love Don't Cost a Dime, featuring Ira Star. And okay, love don't cost a thing, but is the love going to cost me my friends and my family? Is the love going to cost me my friends and my family? Let me know what you think. We've got some pretty awesome people tuning in on TGI Jelly on Facebook and TGI Jelly on YouTube. VL says he's never been in that situation. I would get an understanding of the dislike. You get an understanding of the dislike, but I mean, getting an understanding of the dislike, you think it's going to change it? What if it's your family who doesn't like your significant other? So I'm going to try to remember from heart because I'm using my phone to go live on Instagram today. But basically it said my the significant other who they do live with does not get along with their family, does not get along with their friends. It is just not, it's not working. They don't get along at all. This person, they are in love. They get along just fine. But this person does not mesh well with their family or their friends. Family and friends don't like him either. So as far as his home, because mind you, he lives there. He pays the bills. They're not welcome in his home. And he doesn't really want them spending any time together. What would you do in that situation? Would you choose between your family and friends and choose your significant other over them? Is that something y'all could do? Because my thing is, even if it's like, why don't you like them? Sometimes people just don't mesh well. Maybe they knew them from the past. I don't really have a lot of details. But I do know that they're being made to choose between the one they love and their family and friends. Is that something you could do? Give up your family and friends for the one you love? I don't think I can do that. Let's be honest. Well, let me be honest. I don't think I can do that. I have been in a situation before where I didn't get along with someone's mother for a period of time. And where I was thinking, this is not going to work because we don't get along. But it ended up changing. The person ended up changing. But not everybody is willing to wait around for that. Could you do it? Tawanda says, I don't let a man decide who I hang out with. I have nothing but good friends in my life who actually love me and appreciate me. Okay, and she also said that I would ask why. Okay, so let's be clear. If you're with somebody who does not like your family and friends, I'm pretty sure they told you why. I'm pretty sure they've shared with you why they don't like family and friends, why they're not allowed in their house. And if they have, you have a conversation. Do we still do the friend and family check? People still do that? Will you have them check out your friends and family? Wait, wrong way around. Will you have your family and friends check out your significant other and let you know whether or not they like them? Do we still do that? Do we not do that anymore? There was a time when it was like, okay, before I go even further with this person, I'm going to make sure that my friends and family are okay with this person. And they would meet them, talk to them, and then you get together with them after and be like, "What did you think? Do you like him? Do you like her? What do you think?" Do we still do that? And how much weight does the significant other have? I mean, does the friends and do the friends and family have on your pursuing something serious with this person? How much weight they got on that? Let me know. I really want to know. I'm interested in this. How much weight does their opinion have? Because can you date somebody that your mama don't like, that your son doesn't like, that your daughter doesn't like, that your brother doesn't like, that your bestie doesn't like? Can you date someone that they don't gel with? Could you? Really? Let me know. You listen to Dear Jelly. And before we go, before I go to the next song, I do want to share with you all that WXNA is your all-volunteer free-form radio station flying our freak flag in Nashville for more than 6 years thanks to you. We depend on our loyal listeners for financial support. Help us keep our freak banner flying proudly in Nashville and beyond by becoming a member of Team WXNA today. Go to WXNAFM.org and show your support. Could you be with someone and your son, your daughter, your mother, your brother, your friends were like, don't like him, don't feel good about him, don't feel good about her, don't like her? Could you still be with that person? Let me know. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What y'all thinking? Have you been there before? Hi, Danielle. Oh, hi, Danielle. Have you been there before? Could y'all do that? I need to move this. Oh, goodness. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Y'all having some difficulty working everything with this extra camera now instead of it being in my hands. If you're tuning in to Instagram and you're wondering why you can't really hear the music, I cannot get comfortable today. I think I'm sleepy. I take a nap today. If you're just tuning in, I have the music down really low because technically I'll play the music and Facebook and powers that be hear it. They knock me off. They knock my people off. So I play it really low now so that they don't get knocked off. So if you want to hear the music, you can go to WXNAFM.org. All right, y'all. So hey Tia, hey Jasmine, hey VL, hey Tawanda, hey Jenna. Appreciate y'all being here. Everybody else that's here, hey. Let me check Facebook because I missed Facebook last time there was a message. Oh, there's a lot of maneuvering, y'all. I need an assistant. Just kidding. Okay, I want to make sure that I got everybody. Okay, so now I'm online. I can, if anybody leaves a message, I get a lot of messages that I don't see in there. Sometimes it's people trying to input on the conversation. You're tuned in to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. This is Dear Jelly featuring DJ Jelly. Hey, happy Sunday. So glad that you are here. If you are just tuning in, hey, thanks for tuning in. That track we just played was Burna Boy with Last. And having a great conversation right now with people on TGI Jelly on Facebook and TGI Jelly on YouTube. We are discussing if your significant other says that he or she does not get along with your family, does not get along with your friends, does not want them in near you, near your house, things like that, what are you going to do? What if they ask you to choose between them and your family and friends? Same thing I wanted to know. Do people still kind of have their friends and family check out somebody that they're pursuing? Do we not do that anymore? Like, hey, check them out. Hey, make sure that you can see something I don't see. Because let's be clear, sometimes we miss things because we got googly eyes and butterflies. Sometimes we miss the red flags. So it's good to have an extra pair of eyes to kind of check somebody out to see what we may not be able to see. Now, that doesn't mean they should be the deciding person, but what are you going to do if your mother, your brother, your son, your daughter says, I don't like who you're dating? What do you do? Tawana says, I don't let a man decide who I hang out with. I have nothing but good friends in my life who actually love me and appreciate me. Jasmine says, that is difficult. It's got to be a way to have both in your life without drama. How can you have both in your life without drama, though? Is somebody not going to be living their truth? Because, like, what if you get married? You know they're not genuinely happy for you. You want your friends and family to be genuinely happy for you. And you want to talk about your relationship in terms of, like, the wonderful things that happen. Not tell your business, but you know what I mean. Tawanda says, I check on my friends often because they always check on me and my daughter to make sure we are all right. If he doesn't understand this, then how is it supposed to work? I can't date someone like that. So Tawanda is saying if he's not getting along with her friends and family, he's out. So is that everybody's consensus? Is that how y'all feel? Like if he or she is not getting along with friends or family, or friends and family are saying absolutely not with this person, will y'all move on? Because I think Jasmine said something about it's got to be a way to have both in your life without drama. I suppose there is a way to have both in your life without drama, quote unquote, but is it really with peace and love and acceptance, or is it just tolerance? I don't know that I want to have a relationship where they're just tolerating the person. I'm just saying, we're just having a conversation. VL says, considering I don't live in the same city as my family, I would evaluate it based on the source of dislike and feasibility of a resolution. Ooh. What if there is no resolution? What if the person says you have to choose between me and them? What you gonna do? Tia says, I think it's good to have someone you trust vet the person. When we have rose-colored glasses on, we don't always see all the signs. Yes, it's true. It's true because sometimes you can be crushing on someone and you don't see what everybody else sees. And so, yes, I think it's important to have somebody vet them. I like the word vet them. Check them out. But I mean, of course, it has to be somebody who's not going to be biased. Preferably someone who doesn't know of them or know people they've already been in relationships with. I'm just saying. Jenna says, I plan to do that from now on. You plan to have your people vet them? VL said, my bro's opinion. Your bro's opinion. Your bro's opinion. So your bro's opinion weighs heavy on whether you're going to pursue something with someone. I mean, I think it's important. I think it's important because if you already have a village, and preferably you already have a village of friends and family that you can do things with, you already have a village. Yes, I want this person I'm bringing in to become a part of the village and get along with everyone in that village. Jenna says, if you can't get by my son or my dad, if you can't get along with my son or my dad, something is wrong. So yes, if your son is just not feeling this person, but you feeling him, are you going to be able to continue the relationship? If your son is like, no, I don't want to be by them, I don't like them, especially if you have a small child, that's something to take into consideration. If your parent is like, something ain't right about her, something is not right about him, That's something to take into consideration. Or are you just gonna be like, well, that's boo, so we're gonna be together. I'm gonna stick beside him. VL says, I'm gonna stick beside her. No, VL didn't say that. VL says there's a difference between like and tolerance. But I don't want my friends and family to just be tolerating the person I'm involved with, because I love the whole family unit feeling. So if that person is not gelling, pun intended, if that person is not gelling with my friends and my family, I don't think that I could. Yeah, probably won't be anything long term. VL says that is a resolution. So a resolution is what your bros would think. Jenna says, I learned this a long time ago, and none of those relationships worked out as much as I was like, but Dad, I like him. Oh, your daddy was like, no. And you was like, but I love him. And then he turned out not to be the one for you. Yes. Yes, I see. I see. And that's what I'm saying. If your significant other is not getting along with your friends and family, I just don't see it working wholeheartedly. I don't want who you're with tolerating, because at some point things may reach a climax. At some point things might get heavy. I just don't see it working. Hey, Des, I just don't see it working. VL says my bro's opinion have value significance. Exactly. I think that your family, especially your family and your friends, have your best interests at heart, and sometimes they can see past what you don't see. Desiree says it is very important. I agree. It's very important that your significant other gets along with your friends and family. I'm just saying. Now, what if they make you choose? Now, if they say, look, we're going to get married. We're going to get married. We're going to get married. So you need to choose between me and the other person. What you going to do? Is that something you can do? Or is that fair? What if you don't get along with said person's family and friends? Do you think that it's up to you to be the one to try to find common ground? Or should the friends and family be the ones opening the door to you because you're just coming in? I'm just saying. We're just having a conversation. Let me know what you think. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What y'all think? Who should be? Turn it down. I don't trust Facebook. Who should be the one to reach out? I don't want my family to. I don't want my family to to just tolerate the person. Sorry, I don't like this song. Okay, so Tia says I have concern about being in a relationship with someone who is isolating me from my family, from my circle. Yeah, I cannot be with somebody who's isolating you. And then you might just be isolating you because you want peace, and that person doesn't feel comfortable with your friends and family. BL says, I will be wondering if the person is a perp of domestic violence. Ooh, that's kind of extreme, BL. But definitely something to consider. Tia, if both parties care for you, they should be able to be amicable with one another. But is it amicable or is it fake? Because I don't have a poker face. So if I'm not getting along with people, I don't have a poker face. So if I am not, whatever I'm feeling here shows here. So if I'm not okay, I can't hide it. So then they'd be like, oh, she's sitting there with a stank face. Because I'll probably be like, I'm just saying. So, I don't know. Is it amicable if we just not speaking to one another? Is it amicable if we just, hey, hi? I mean, that's not, I don't want somebody to tolerate me. I want you to love me, and I want to love them. You're tuned into WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, and this is Dear Jelly. Hey, it's DJ Jelly, and I want to welcome you to the show. If you are just tuning in and you were loving that song that we were just listening to, that was Empire and Kids Daniel with Cough Odo. So that is a very popular song right now on TikTok. So you probably heard it, been dancing to it, maybe done a video or two to it. So yes, that is who that is by. Empire and Kids Daniel, Cough Odo, Flex. He like, I want to flex. Yes. Speaking of flex, we're talking about not being able to flex your loved one or your significant other, your boo, in front of friends and family because they don't like him or they don't like her. They don't get along. What do you do if your significant other does not like your friends and family? How do you deal with that? How do you... Some people say try to see if there's a middle ground, try to see if they can find something amicable. I mean, let's be clear. I mean, can you deal with them just tolerating each other? I'm going to track back just a little bit. But before I do, I want to share with you that early voting has begun for the November 8th state and federal general election. Vote early if you can, or make plans to vote on election day, Tuesday, November 8th. More information, a list of voting locations, and a sample ballot are at nashville.gov. So we're talking about your significant other not getting along with your family, not getting along with your friends. Would you use your family and friends to vet them, to check them out first before you want to do something serious, to see if they can kind of help you know if they're good people or not, if they're good for you, if it's a good match, or if you just look at them through what somebody else said earlier, rose-colored glasses. If your significant other says, choose between me and them, can you do that? Because, so we're just having a conversation, right? Your friends and family is not who's going to be holding you close or who you're going to be intimate with. Your friends and family are not who you're going to, quote unquote, necessarily grow old with in terms of being in the same space. And so do we just choose love and hope that it works out? Well, is that what we hope? I'm going to track back just a little bit. Jenna says, if you can't get along with my son or my dad, something is wrong. VL said, there's a difference between like and tolerance. I like this one. Jenna says, I learned this a long time ago, and none of those relationships worked out as much as I was like, but Dad, I like him. So Jenna was trying to do the whole, I'm going to stick beside him. And then he turned out not to be the person, And so what do you do? What do you do if that's significant? If your significant other does not get along with your family? Hey, Renee, do you say, okay, I'm going to choose my family because this is who I'm choosing with to build a family with, and my friends and family, because they love me, they're just going to accept that person? Is it up to your friends and family to be the ones to build a bridge? Or are you expecting the person that you're with to be the person to build a bridge? Because obviously it's going to be uncomfortable. Obviously, you're probably not going to be at peace because let's be clear, if you're with somebody that doesn't get along with family or friends, one or the other is going to let you know that they are not okay. Tia says, I have concerns about being in a relationship with someone who is isolating me from my circle. Exactly. You might end up isolating yourself just because you don't get it, because your significant other does not get along with that person. Tia also says, if both parties care for you, they should be able to be amicable with one another. Amicable might be a stretch. Because if they don't do them and they don't, it just might be a lot of stank faces. I'm just saying. Tolerance is neither positive or negative. We all tolerate certain behaviors. So that's what VL is saying. And I agree. Tolerance is neither positive or negative, but it can be deemed as negative. I don't want my family or friends to just, this is just my opinion, to tolerate who I'm with. And I don't want somebody's family or friends to just tolerate me. I want to build a relationship, a village. I'm just saying. Jenna says, that's a no. I'm family oriented. So if I don't get along with their family, it's a no, and vice versa. So what would you do in the event that their friends or family is still very close with someone they used to date? So they might not be as welcome to you because they've already built a relationship with someone else. Would it be up to you to help them get to know you better? Or is it the friends and family who have to make the moves? Who do you think should make the first moves? You or the friends or family to build that relationship? Who do you think should be doing the reaching out, the talking to? Who do you think? I know I've had friends who I've met, families and members, and they've said things like, oh, she never called. She doesn't take the phone or talk to us. Is that your significant other's responsibility to make the steps to get along with friends and family? Or should friends and family, since they're already a part of the village, be the ones to make the steps to bring that person in? What y'all think? Tia says, in the long term, are you really going to be happy, satisfied away from family and friends? You may become resentful after a while. Somebody might become resentful. Let's just be clear. Somebody might become resentful. You might just become resentful because you're feeling heavy from carrying friends and family, or carrying this person, making sure y'all are right over here, making sure y'all are right over there. That might be what goes on with you. Jenna says, I would do it since I'm the new one in the circle. Okay, so Jenna's saying that she would be the one to offer the olive branch since she's the new person in the circle, in the village. She would be the one to reach out, try to get to know the family. I like that. I think I would too. So I do agree with Tia saying that she wouldn't be satisfied, pulling on both sides. I mean, and it happens every day. How do you make that decision? How do you put yourself in that position to where how do you put yourself in that position to where you have the conversation? When you have your friends and family vetting someone and they say, nah, he or she is not for you. I know VL said his bro's opinion weighs heavy. If his bro comes and says, she's not it, he's going to take that into consideration pretty heavily. I don't know if that means that's going to be like the decision maker. But what do you do if your family is not feeling somebody? I'm just saying. What do you do? It might be quite a weight, quite an overload. Speaking of overload, here's Overloading by Marvin. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. I know people who don't get along with their significant others. I don't think it's fair for anybody. I think it's raining outside. I hope not. I ain't with that. What's up, DJ? How you doing, Demo? Okay, so VL says understanding the source can be the anchor as to the intervention and resolution. There is no wrong or right. It's case by case. Jenna says, I was just in a situation with my ex's sisters. We never got it together. Exactly. And there is a good chance that you will never get it together. Then what? Then what? What do you do then? But all the rest of the family was good with me. So why you didn't get along with the sisters? See, and that's something somebody else might be like, well, she don't get along with the sisters. I've seen people cry at weddings. I'm talking about cry as if it's a funeral because they don't like who the person is marrying and just feel like it's a bad choice. And I want happy tears. I don't want sad tears. Jenna says they were just mean, but it didn't work out so well. Do you think they had some influence in it not working out? It's possible. Let's go back here. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned into Dear Jelly. Hey, 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 this is DJ Jelly, and I'm so glad that you joined. If you were just dancing to the tune that just went off, that was Overloading, Overdose by Marvin's, Crayon, Aria, Star, and Laddie Poe. Overloading. Speaking of overload, we're just talking about dealing with family and friends who don't get along with your significant other and vice versa. What would you do? What would you do if your significant other did not get along with your family? They weren't feeling them either, and they each wanted you to kind of choose the other. What would you do? Would you choose love? Because your friends and family are not who's going to be holding you at night. You know what I'm saying? Your friends and family are not who's going to be holding you at night. Your friends and family are not who's going to grow old with you per se. What would you do if your friends and family did not like your significant other, or your significant other was just like, yeah, we're not doing them. I don't like them. Choose between me or them. What would you do? Hi, Tan. What would you do? What would you do? Tracking back just a little bit, Jenna was saying, that's a no. I'm family oriented, so if I don't get along with their family, it's a no, and vice versa. She's like, if they don't get along with her family, it's not going to work. She can't be with that person. Tia says, in the long term, are you really going to be happy, satisfied, away from family and friends? You may become resentful after a while. And that's true. If you can't really be with your friends and family as much as you would like to be because your significant other doesn't get along with them, you are going to become resentful. You might be a little shady, a little salty. It's true. It can happen. I mean, Tan, do you think you could be in a relationship, that beautiful relationship you're with right now, if your friends and family didn't like him or he didn't like your friends and family? Could you do it? We probably couldn't. Or, oh, no, because you have a beautiful family that you love very much. I know you couldn't do that. Jenna, I would do it since I'm the new one in the circle. So Jenna was saying that she would put out the olive branch to the friends and family to get to know them, since she's the new one coming in. And then hopefully that will help to build their relationships. Maybe if they don't like her for whatever reason, that might help them change their minds. VO says, unfortunately, the source can be the anchor as to the intervention and resolution. There is no wrong or right. It is case by case. Oh my gosh, VL, can you put that in layman terms? So basically, it's not like you're saying, It's a catch 2020, right? There's no wrong or right. I guess it just has to be like what's wrong or right for you in your life. Am I right? Am I am I right? Sorry, I just got a text message from somebody I heard from in a long time. I'm like, okay. Jenna says, I was just in this situation with my ex's sisters. We never got it together. So that's what I'm saying. You never got it together. So how are you going to be at family functions? You don't want them jumping you, right? Thanksgiving is coming up. You want everybody to get along. You watch some hot potatoes. You don't want them coming after you. Jenna says, but all the rest of the family was good with me. They were mean, but it didn't work out, so oh well. See, and you want your significant other to be like, those are my sisters too, right? I'm just saying, holidays are coming up. You got to watch some hot condiments and hot side dishes, and how many cousins went out the side door? I don't know. Jenna says, I think the guy was the main problem. Okay, so in your situation, the guy was the main problem, and you know what? He may have been why they didn't like you. I'm just saying. You don't know what he told the family. You don't know what he told them. I'm just saying. Selena says, hey, Selena. Selena says, you shouldn't have to choose, but it makes it harder when they don't get along. I've seen cases like this. So in these cases, like in Jenna's case, it probably was never going to be any type of resolution because they were mean to her. They just weren't doing her. In my case, the woman, she had some kind of attachment issues with her son, and she changed her tone. Her son had to come to Jesus with her, and she changed her tone, meaning like he talked to her about it because she didn't have any valid reasons not to like me. I'm just saying, she changed her tone, and it was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but there was an understanding. Jenna says, I tried to talk to them and they were rolling eyes. Oh, Lord, they were rolling their eyes when you tried to talk to them? So it's like, oh, hello. And they were like, yeah, he probably was telling them things about you. That is not, no. See, everybody can't turn the other cheek or look the other way. I don't see that going well. I'm so glad that you didn't allow them to steal your joy and you didn't end up getting locked up somewhere because that's crazy. I want to share with you all about the Nashville Financial Empowerment Center. The National Financial Empowerment Center is a partnership between the Mayor's Office and the United Way that offers help with budgeting, reducing debt, and building savings. Virtual one-on-one financial counseling services are offered at no charge to all Davidson County residents. Learn more about the Nashville Financial Empowerment Center at fec.nashville.gov. So it pretty much sounds like the consensus for tonight is that no one will be able to choose between the two because it will be hard and it would not be as it wouldn't be beneficial to either party because at some point you're going to start feeling resentment to the other person. At some point you're going to start feeling torn. And I mean, let's be clear. Making someone choose is not okay. It's not okay. Sorry, just want to quick check Facebook, see if there's any messages. Okay. All right, we're gonna listen to a little more music. And if you have any thoughts you'd like to share, you can give me a call at 615-933-9962. Otherwise, you can send a message on TGI Jelly on Facebook or TGI Jelly on YouTube. But yeah, so it sounds like the consensus for everybody tonight is that family over everything, friends over everything. Have your friends vet everybody before you start getting serious with them. Have your friends vet them. Make sure they're okay. Have your family vet them. Someone that you trust, vet them. Make sure they're straight. And do not allow anybody to make you choose between the two. That's what I think. That's what I'm hearing. I'm just saying. Sounds like a whole mood, whole vibe. Speaking of mood, here's Mood by WizKid. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. little too loud. You didn't get knocked off, did you? Did knock y'all off? Too loud. Music up a little too loud. Did it knock y'all off? Whoops. I forgot that WizKid is kind of mainstream. Had it up a little too loud. Thanks for still being here, Tia. Okay, what did Jasmine say? Although this was a long time ago, my aunties on my dad's side did not care for my mom. Ooh. They were married. My mom still went around them. It was cordial at best. On the flip side, if my mom did not have to be around, she was not. Oh. Fast all the way forward, my aunties end up apologizing to my mom for the way they treated her. By this time, my dad already passed away. Oh, that's sad. But I'm glad they came to their senses. Did they ever tell what the hell that was about? I mean, come on, your business. I'm sorry. My bad. Looking for the tea. That is terrible. And I hate that your dad didn't get to see that reconciliation. Should she go around them now? That's what I was saying. I can see people like not going around people. I can see that happening. I can see them not going around people because of that specifically. I'm trying to check Facebook. See if I have any messages. I'm gonna have to buy an iPad. All this maneuvering. Woo. You listen to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. Tracking back, that was WizKid featuring Buju and BNXN. Mood. It was Mood. Speaking of mood, today's been kind of a chill night. Okay. Today's been kind of a chill night. If you're just tuning in, we were talking about what would you do if your significant other didn't get along with your family, or if your family was and friends were like, no, he's not the one for you, or she's not the one for you, and y'all didn't get along. Like, what would you do? What if they wanted you to choose between the two? Could you do it? Would you do it? Could it be something you can sustain? Because there's no guarantee they're going to get along years from now. There's no guarantee. Jasmine says, although this was a long time ago, my aunties on my dad's side did not care for my mom. They were married. My mom still went around them. It was cordial at best. On the flip side, if my mom did not have to be around, she was not. Fast all the way forward, my aunties ended up apologizing to my mom for the way they treated her. By this time, my dad had already passed away. So it sounds like the aunts saw the error of their ways, finally accepted her mom. I'm sorry that your dad didn't get to see this reconciliation, but they were married. I guess if you're married, it will be a little harder. But if your family is not getting along with significant other, hey, DJ Juan is in the building, y'all. If your family is not getting along with your significant other, it might not make it to marriage. And I mean, you just don't want your family to be the reason, or them saying your family's always been in the middle, or just different things. Juan, you're getting married next week?
No, 2 weeks from that.
Well, this week is today starts this week.
Okay.
Right? Might be wrong.
2 weeks.
Would you be able to? What if your in-laws didn't like you?
I think it would be tough. I don't think you could do it.
See, Juan is saying the same thing. He doesn't think he could do it.
You have to be. Everybody has to like each other.
Yes, and
or have a
especially
good relationship at least.
to be like one family, right?
Yeah.
A good relation, not tolerable, not like tolerated.
Tolerable, it could work, but that's hard.
And that's what I'm saying too. It's crazy. Jasmine is saying sometimes people just don't like people just because. And I mean, they were my dad's sisters. She does go around the ones that are still living, but the irony of all this is that health and mental wise, my mom is doing great compared to my aunts that are still living. It sounds like karma. Sometimes karma is a bee.
Yes.
I'm just saying. All right, y'all. We have got to the end of our show. DJ Juan is getting ready to come in with International Echo. If you please stay tuned. If you are not in a local area, listening on 101.5 FM, do tune in on WXNAFM.org. Juan, you got a special show tonight?
Yes, it's Dia de los Muertos.
Dia
of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos. Oh, like Coco, like the film Coco.
Yeah, but no Coco song.
No Coco. Oh, no Coco song. I love that movie. I cry every time.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to cry.
Every time I watch that movie, I cry. But yeah, so tune in. It's going down. Day of the Dead. Hey, it's going down. We're still in the Hispanic month. So, shake it up with Juan.
Yes.
Get down with Juan. While he celebrates the Day of the Dead, which basically, y'all, it sounds kind of morbid, but they're basically celebrating those that have gone on, showing love, celebrating history. I mean, Juan, feel free to jump in if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's all about the remembering those who have died and honoring them and just like keeping their memory alive.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. So y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. Join Juan. Get down with the Day of the Dead and the lovely memories. And we'll see you next week. Have a great, great week. Love you. Wouldn't want to do the show without you. And we will be back same time. Same. Oh, Jenna says me too. That Encanto. I cry. She cries on Encanto. And she cries on that. Thanks, Tia. Thanks, Jenna. Tia says, hey, DJ Juan. And blessings on your nuptials.
Thanks.
He get married, y'all. He put a ring on it and she said, okay.
Just okay.
All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. There we go. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.